Yes. So I think the strongest relationships between security and the business are built on, as you said, multiple shared trust, basically mutual trust, shared goals, and clear communication. And I think the best way for me to answer this question, let me give an example. So
Yeah, please.
earlier in my career, uh, I was leading a penetration testing engagement for a large financial services client. And to execute the engagement, I was working with one of their senior IT leaders. And right from the beginning, it was very obvious he was sort of hesitant to work with us. Didn't really, he like missed meetings. It was hard to get on his schedule. It was just very frictional, right? I talked to the broader engagement team, and what they told me was he basically had experiences in the past with other consultants that delivered tool-based assessments and kind of dropped all these problems on his desk with no context, no sort of value, if you will. So he viewed the work that we were doing as potentially frictional with very little value and a lot of red tape for him. So that was sort of an aha moment, right? That's a value problem. And that's an alignment with the business and the business objectives problem. So took a step back rather than pushing forward. And I kind of thought about it. And I sat down with him and basically talked to him. And I sort of assured him that my work would be risk prioritized, operationally relevant, focused on actionable. I gave him the pitch, right, of the value that we were going to do. But the key is I also invited him to come and participate with me and my team whenever he wanted to. So we had a little space carved out at his office. And the very next day, he joined us and sat down and kind of, talked a little bit with us while the team was working and kind of asked a lot of interesting questions. And very quickly, it turned into he really spent a lot of time with us, and his input was incredibly valuable. It gave us faster access to systems. It gave us an idea of what systems were more risky versus less risky from his perspective. And it helped us craft a much better deliverable. And by the end of the engagement, it was like a 180-degree turn. This is sort of an example of like being value focused. Understand that security, if we're a checkbox or sort of a tool based, automated, low value capability, we're going to be marginalized, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if we kind of behave as partners and we invite the business in to the extent that we can and we provide them value, that's really the best way to overcome those hurdles, particularly when you're trying to align strategy with business.